Hello everyone, Jennifer here, and I am doing a short little knitting video today, which I haven't done before, because I've been noticing something kind of weird on Facebook lately. I get, like many of you probably do, I get a lot of knitting and crochet videos showing up because they know I like that sort of thing. But I've noticed something a little weird with the knitting videos. About half of them, maybe even more lately, show the people knitting in a way I was always taught to be incorrect. And I don't know if it's a cultural thing. I only say that because many of those videos are not in English. And so it just has left me with the question, is knitting technique, is there an absolute right and wrong, or does it depend on where you're from? Interesting, I know, I've never thought about it. It's kind of hard for me to work here with these long needles at my table, but I'm going to show you. Many of these videos, well, I'll just go ahead and get this first stitch out of the way because sometimes they can be awkward. Okay, so we're talking about garter stitch here, just the knit stitch. And very often I'm seeing in these videos where they're working, again, these long needles, they're working into it like that instead of like that, right? Isn't this the way to knit? It's like, are they knitting wrong? Am I knitting wrong? I don't know. Man, but I'll tell you, I didn't consider the difficulty of working with these needles on this table because the ends are banging on stuff. But do you know what I mean? Where you're supposed to work in this way, right? That's what I was always taught. Instead of this way. Because this way works, it just gives you a stitch that's a little bit twisted. And I noticed that there was a knitter that was knitting this way in that show Game of Wool, and the judges called him out on it. Yeah, it's like this, right? Am I wrong? Are they wrong? It's just something I've noticed. And it's struck me as weird because I look at the comments expecting somebody to say something, and nobody does. So let me know in the comments. Were you taught to knit like this or the other way? Let me know. Have a good day.